All right, welcome back. We are getting down here to the end. We got just 2 weeks of school left, so we'll finish with the personal finance. Will kind of take us through to the end of the semester. If you haven't heard, the last day of school will be on May 22nd, and that will be the final kind of expectation of content for you on that day. So 2 weeks left. This week, same thing. We got to log in each day, do our attendance. We'll have our same face-to-face meeting on Wednesday, again at 10:15. That is required for you to do. I will be posting some content videos this week, so check back in each day, and these will kind of be helpful as you go through these two assignments. These both say in here due Wednesday, May 13th. That should read Friday, so I will change that as soon as this video is done. But those assignments are due on Friday. On assignment number 1, putting your 15% to work, we're going to talk this week about saving 15% of your income as a minimum, or as the goal that we are looking for to create long-term wealth. So this assignment, and I'll pull it up here, is going to give you some background into some of the wealth building vehicles or tools. So it's going to talk about, first of all, what investing is and how it's a little bit different than saving. And we're going to look at the concept of compounding. And compounding interest is essential to understand because you cannot build wealth without it. Either one of these two, without investing or compounding, you are kind of left to winning the lottery. And even then, if you were having to win the lottery, doesn't mean you're going to remain wealthy. So you have to understand these concepts of investing and the power of compounding interest. We're going to look at 3 investment types or 3 vehicles: bonds, stocks, and mutual funds. Due to the shortness of time, these are kind of the 3 main vehicles to understand. These are actual, when I talk about buy assets and limit liabilities, we're talking about assets. These are some of the things that we're talking about. We're specifically going to spend a lot of time looking at mutual funds, because this is what most specifically beginning investors begin with. But mutual funds are made up of stocks, bonds, and other things. But understanding what these are, how they work, is kind of important to looking at. And then we're going to get into 2 different accounts, and these are both retirement accounts. So a Roth IRA, if you've ever had me in personal finance, which maybe 1 or 2 of you have, some of you might take personal finance next semester, I will pound the idea of a Roth IRA into your brain. This is the single most important wealth building tool that you have available to you, and definitely something you should look at starting as soon as possible. And it is a retirement account, like a savings account, like a checking account. It has certain rules and things that pertain to it. So we're going to look at what this Roth IRA is and a lot of the advantages and benefits, and why I'm such a strong believer and supporter of this Roth IRA. And then the other common one that you have, I'm sure, possibly have heard of is a 401k, maybe a 403b. It'd be the same as a 401k if you work for the government. But a 401k is another retirement account that's sponsored by your employer. So we're going to look at the difference between these 2 different retirement vehicles this week. So that's assignment 1. Assignment 2 is going to focus on compound interest. So I wouldn't really worry about starting assignment 2 till we get into the week a little bit. Even Wednesday when we have our meeting, I'll probably talk a little bit more about how this works, and wait for some of my videos to show up on how we do this. But this is going to hopefully illustrate to you the power of compounding by starting with a little bit of money. We're talking just $50 a month, which is something I think that you can kind of wrap your brain around. I'm sure many of you have jobs that pay more than $50 a month. So by starting at a young age, even at age 18, and investing just $50 a month over your lifetime, what that can turn into. So we're going to look at how much you would invest over your lifetime, as well as what that value would be. So that's the 2 assignments for this week. Next week we'll get into buying a mortgage, looking at buying a home and a mortgage, and we'll look at credit cards a little bit to finish up. But really this week we're going to focus on Roth IRAs and 401ks and retirement vehicles and the power of compounding interest. That's the week. I'll talk to you soon.